Hi guys, happy Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, so if I'm wrong, forgive me. But if I'm right, happy Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday because, wait, it might be Thursday actually. I just thought of Taco Tuesday, so I think it's Thursday. So happy Thursday. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Yeah. I just decided to come talk to you guys. And all that good stuff. I was thinking, like, I know I walk a lot, right? And I started in the beginning walking because of my videos, right? And so in the beginning, I literally had like a different idea of how I wanted to do my videos. So in the beginning, I kind of wanted to do them in like a room and stuff, you know, and like have like a desk and stuff and do my videos like that. But due to my circumstances, you know, in life, I couldn't do it that way. And so what I started to do, I started doing my videos outside. Like when I would go on trails and things of that sort, I would do a video. And I remember how terrified I was in the beginning. Like, I was super terrified because I never really did videos, and it was new to me, and so it was really terrifying. And so I remember my first video, I was shaking super bad, and like, it was horrible, my anxiety. And on top of that, the wind was blowing really hard, and I was super cold, and it was snowing. I think it was snowing. It had just finished snowing, I believe, so it was super cold. I think I was in Colorado, and it was just super cold, right? And so I was super nervous for my first video. And then like over time, you know, I got more comfortable with doing more videos and things, you know, so I got used to it later. But in the beginning, I was super nervous. But I remember how like I was always cautious about what I ate and ingested in my body and stuff, right? I've always been kind of cautious about that, but not as cautious as I am now, you know. So back in the day when I had first started doing my videos, I was healthy, but not as healthy. I believe like when I started to really do my videos, I would that's when I started to eat a little bit more healthier than I was. So I would eat salmon like every day, and like vegetables. Or I would buy this bag of like, it was like a mixture of like cabbage and lettuce, I believe. And so it was really good. It was like a salad. And so I would eat that every day with salmon. And I would go to the beach still around that time. But around that time when I would go to the beach, I wasn't working out. I would just go play with the water and stuff. But like, I wasn't working out, like literally. I was just eating better. And around that time, I think I started to do more of my videos, and so it started becoming like a routine. And so what I would do, I would wake up in the mornings and get myself situated and things, and then I would go do a video. Once I got the hang of it, you know, I started going to do videos in the morning. So I would go to this trail and I would play with the water a little bit, and I'll do a video, and then that was it. And so I wasn't really working out still, you know. And so this is in the beginning. And so like over time, I started to notice like, okay, well, since I have to go on the trail anyway, I might as well walk, you know. And so I started walking after I would do my video. I would just like walk a little bit, or walk before I would do my video to get my mind situated. and then I would go on the trail and walk, you know, after I do my video. And then I'll probably go to the beach for a little bit and go back to my room and stuff and make salmon and stuff like that, right? So like over time, like the more that I've spent time working on myself and focusing on the right things, you know, to help evolve me, you know, the more that it became like a routine to me. And so over time, because I used to have like a double chin and everything, like especially in the beginning, like if I go back to my old videos, I just look at my double chin, I'm like, oh my God, I remember I did have a double chin. And so like over time it just became more of like a routine for me. And so like I would I think I got a yoga mat. So I ended up getting a yoga mat because I just felt better the more that I would walk on the trails and stuff. So I was like, well, let me get a yoga mat so that way I could do like little sit-ups and little workouts in my room, you know, before I go on the trail. And so that I incorporated that into my routine. So over time I would wake up in the mornings, and this is in 2021. So I wake up early in the morning and I would do like, I had made a promise to myself to do like little workouts in the mornings. And so that's what I would do. I would do my little leg kicks and my little stomach workouts and all that, right? And so like, I don't know, it just became like a routine to me. And by me doing my videos and walking all the time, talking to you guys, it just kind of helped with the process. And so I remember having an issue with my double chin, and I would never like complain about it. Like I had a choker and everything, and like I was just like, my double chin needs to go, right? And so like over time, I think it was like in 2023, the beginning of 2023 or the end of 2022, I noticed that my double chin was gone. And so I was like, oh, but I didn't even notice it, like, because I wasn't focusing on it, you know. I was just doing what I had to do that was making my body feel good, right? And so like over time, by me not focusing on it, I realized it was gone. And I was just like, oh my God, my double chin is gone. I think it was like, I think I was eating or something and I didn't feel it anymore, or I was trying to talk on my video or something. I will always feel it. So I didn't feel it anymore. And I was like, oh my God, it's gone. And so it just made me more excited that with that progress, you know, to keep going. And so so then I started dancing a lot because I like to dance. And then on top of that, I was doing videos like almost every day or whenever I could, but majority of the time I love to walk, so I would go in nature a lot and just walk on the trails and stuff. And you know, in California, a lot of people out there, they are very active, and so it was really easy for me to just go on. They had a lot of trails too, just to go on the trail and walk, you know. Literally I would listen to my music and walk, and it was just benefiting me in the end because my body got better, and then my mind as well. And then by me changing what I was like focusing on, like by me focusing on myself and evolving, you know, I received more tools over time to help me keep evolving, you know, and kind of keep my my routine up to help myself evolve, right? And so it wasn't easy. Like it took me, like I started to actually work out back in 2021, so the beginning of 2021. And I just noticed that I lost my double chin in 2022, I believe the end of 2022. So it took a minute, you know. But like over time, like I just became more content, right? Because I was happier with myself because I felt more comfortable in my body, if that makes sense. So, I mean, and then as I was saying before, the more that I concentrated on what I needed to do for myself, and as far as like evolving and like working on everything pretty much, it only helped with like my mental food, because like I started focusing on things that would actually help me versus not help me, if that makes sense. So the more that I did good things for my body and for myself, the more that I kind of fed my mind with things that would actually elevate me or be more prosperous to me versus destructive, if that makes sense. Because your mental food is really important, because you can like it pretty much what you focus on. So the more I notice, the more that I focus on more positive things, the more positive things come to me or work out in my life, versus focusing on negative things. You know, even like nowadays, like even with the things I watch too, I noticed the more I don't watch things that are negative, the more positive stays in my life, or the more smoothly my life plays out versus if I focus on negative things, right? And so your the food that you feed to your mind is very important too. So it's important to, you know, try to focus on more positive things than negative things, you know. And I think at that time, my glasses are tripping. I think at that time, once I started focusing more on positive things to actually help me evolve, you know, more, it actually eliminated the darkness or the things that were trying to hold me back, if that makes sense, because my focus wasn't on that. So even if it came towards me, you know, I knew how to kind of like diminish it or like cancel it out, because I was more positive than I was negative. So the negativity didn't really touch me because I didn't feed into it, because I was more elevated, I guess. Over time I became more elevated to where that stuff didn't really like bring me down or have an effect on my life in a negative way. And so your mental food is really important. So like the more you focus on negativity, the more that will come, or, you know, things won't work out as great, I don't believe. And so the more that I focus on more positive things, you know, I notice a better shift in my life, you know. And so I think like with me focusing on my body and stuff like that, like I literally had a dream back in that time in 2021 when I first started working out. Like, I'll kid you guys not, like I had this dream where this lady, she was just sitting on the ground, and I was just in this building watching her, right? I don't know who she was, but I was just watching her for the sidelines, and she was like doing like yoga, like literally. And in my dream, I didn't know it was yoga. She was just doing these weird things. To me in my dream, it just looked like she was showing off or like trying to show me something, but she wasn't talking to me. But she was doing like all these poses and like flips and like different poses, right? And I was just like, why is this lady doing this in front of me? Like, why is she trying to get my attention? And that's what I was thinking in my dream, you know. So when I woke up, I was like, that's weird, because that's all she was doing the whole dream. And then I think it was like a week or so later, I ended up buying my yoga mat, and I didn't even think about that dream, you know. I was just like, that's weird. So when I got my mat, I just used it for like workouts and stuff, right? So I won't be on the ground. But then I started thinking about that dream, and I was like, oh my God, that's so crazy. Because I did have a dream of a lady on the yoga mat doing weird poses and stuff, right? And so I think the more that I was focusing on working on myself and evolving and things of that sort, I would get certain messages and stuff to kind of help me along my journey, because I was in the right alignment, if that makes sense. And so like over time, I think it was like maybe later that year, I ended up getting, or if not in 2022, that's when I came across the teachings, the ancient Egyptian teachings of the Kemet, which is ancient Egypt. That's when I came across more knowledge to kind of help me keep growing and stuff, right? Especially with my body. And so that book that I was telling you guys about, that actually helped me, like the Tree of Life, there's other things in that book that kind of helped me with my body too. So it just kind of like, the more that I focused my mind on more things that would actually uplift me and help me grow, the more material that came upon my lap that actually helped assisted me with my growth, if that makes sense. And so that was one of them, of course. that I always mention, but in that book they also talk about they talk about yoga in there too. And so I was seeing they actually have like a page, I believe it's in that book. If not, it's the other one that I have, but they actually show you different poses for yoga and stuff, and how it helps your mind, your body, and soul, right? And so when they're like the pictures that I saw, I was like, that's crazy. That's what the lady was doing in my dream, because she was posing and doing all this weird stuff, but I didn't know what she's doing until like later. And then I was like, oh, so she was doing yoga, so maybe I need to start doing yoga, right? But I was already doing something of that sort, you know, before I even came across that dream, you know. So when I came across the book, you know, it kind of talks about yoga and how it helps you evolve, and it's good for your spirit and stuff, especially like with your breathing practices, you know, they teach you that in there too. And so like it just kept, more knowledge just kept falling upon my lap to help me evolve more and more, because I believe it's because the universe noticed, like, or God pretty much noticed how much I was trying to work on myself, you know. And so I don't know. But like they also explain in the book how, you know, Asar, which I mentioned the other day, he's pretty much Osiris, which is the god of the underworld. But he pretty much was married to Aset, and Aset is Isis, and him and Aset would go around and spread knowledge to their communities and stuff, on how to be prosperous, and the certain discipline programs that they had, you know, and what they believed in to help them be prosperous. But Osiris, which is Asar, he represents the soul, right? And so as I'm going through this book and everything, I come across this information as well. And it's talking about how the soul within ancient Egypt, it represents the colors green or and black, right? And so the green is supposed to represent like your soul. Pretty much is what helps sustain your body, right? So without your soul, you cannot breathe, your heart will not beat, you can't walk, you won't have any of your senses, any of that, right? So the thing that actually helps your body be full of life is your soul, because without your soul, you won't have your body. If that makes sense, your body is lifeless, it won't do anything, it doesn't even work. And so they explain how your soul should be the main focus in your life, as far as becoming pure, as far as purifying yourself, right? Because in the end, none of this material things of this world is going to matter in the end. The only thing that's going to matter is your soul and the perfection of your soul and what you did to actually help your soul evolve, right? Because you're not, whenever you pass away, you're not going to have any of this stuff. Like, you're not going to be able to take your house, you're nothing pretty much, and except for your soul. And so, you know, in the end, in judgment, you know, time, your soul is the only thing that's going to matter in the end. So they explain that to you, right? And how your soul is the one that sustains your body. And so your soul, they consider the soul to be the greenery, which is like the fulfillment, vitality of your body, right? So your soul is what matters, not all this material stuff or your body, right? And so by the soul being the greenery, which is everything that sustains your body and makes it alive and vital and everything, you know, they teach you what is good to be able to maintain your soul and keep your soul upbeat and pure, right? And so they speak of the foods for your body, for your soul, right? And so they consider the green part of the soul is supposed to be like the foods that you consume should be green foods, because it vitalizes your body and it makes you more alive and alert, and is what's needed for your body, the best foods that's needed for your body. would be the greens, right? So the green would be like the things of your physical body. So that's what they consider the green part of your soul, would be like the things that will sustain your physical body, which would be like vegetables and things that will actually benefit your body, right? And then the black is considered like the stillness of your soul. So the stillness of your heart as well. And they consider it to be black because they consider like meditation to be helpful with your evolution of your soul, because whenever you close your eyes, you know, and pray, it's black, right? And then when you meditate with your eyes closed, it's black. And whenever you remove like all of the chatter and anything that's on your mind, so if you clear your state of mind free of the chatter and the distractions, anything that's worrying you, any anxieties, anything like that, right? If you can find a still place to kind of remove those feelings and go within yourself, you know, that's considered to them as the blackness of the soul, right? Because it's like going within yourself and becoming one with everything and becoming one with yourself and really being able to dig deep within yourself to be connected with yourself. And so that's what they consider the black color is, you know, the stillness of your heart, of your soul, so you can be able to receive messages and be able to touch deeper within your own self, right? To be able to elevate yourself with your soul, be able to purify your soul. You can't do that without stillness, if that makes sense. And so that's what they consider the black. And so the green would be like more of your physical body, to kind of like keep that growing, like be healthy. And I have an issue with that, like because I like meat, and I'm trying to work on that. So like a lot of times I eat tofu a lot, and I try to do more greens, you know, but I know meat is just like amazing to me. And so like I really don't have an issue with pork because it hurts my stomach, so I really don't have an issue not eating that. I do sometimes, but majority of the time I try not to eat pork. But like beef though, I don't know. But like a thing with me, like I'll probably eat more. I'm trying to do more of like tofu, right? Or like if I want meat, to kind of go that route. And or more leaner meats, more like chicken or turkey. Sometimes they'll do beef, but I definitely don't do pork. But that's just because it hurts me. It's not because it's not good. It just hurts me. But I think the more that I do, like if I do meat, then I'll just incorporate more greens. So I'll do like a salad with it, or avocados are good. Like avocado salad, or just something with green with it, you know, to kind of like help everything digest better, and just to have that in my body too, so that way it's just not only meat, if that makes sense, because you do need vegetables, you know, and it's from the earth, so it's green. So they say like anything that's green from the earth, you know, is considered the food for your soul, for your body, you know. But I'm trying to work on that. It's hard though, but I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be full vegan, but I don't think I will as of yet. But there's some good vegan food. Like I'm not even playing. Or like I love vegan food, but like every now and then I want a burger. So that's my issue. But maybe one day I'll get better at that. But anyway, it's just crazy when I look back to the beginning, like, because I recorded, like, I started doing my videos literally around the time I started working out and kind of working on my body and stuff. And it's so amazing to me when I look back, because it wasn't easy at all. And so, what is it, 2024? I started in 2021, the middle of 2021. And so it's been a minute, you know. So it took me a while to get to the weight that I wanted to be at. But to me, like, I know it doesn't really matter. Like to me, I don't weigh myself, so I don't know how much I weigh. What matters is like how you feel about yourself. So if I feel great about my body, then I'm amazed. Like, I love it. I love myself. I'd be all happy, right? The issue comes in whenever I don't feel good about myself. And that's when I start working out and doing certain things to help my body to be where I know it will be fulfillment to me, if that makes sense. So if you're fulfilled with your body and it's making you happy, and like you're okay with how you look and you're comfortable within your skin, that's all that matters, because that's true contentment and that's true fulfillment, right? Because you're actually truly content and fulfilled within yourself, right? So if you are okay with how you are now, then that's perfect, right? But with me, or with anyone, well, with me, I'll just say, if I'm not content and I'm not fulfilled with myself, and I know that I have an issue with how I look or my body, if I'm not really comfortable with my skin, then that's when I start working on my body, right? And working on things that I want to improve, if that makes sense. So that way I can have the true fulfillment, true wish fulfillment, and true contentment, right? And that's what matters in the end, right? Is your true happiness. And so if I want to gain more weight, then I'll eat certain foods to kind of mold myself into what I want to be, if that makes sense. Because I'm in control of my own body and my own life, right? And so yeah. I don't know, but that's how I did it, and it worked, and I still love my body, because I mean, just because I know how hard I worked on it. It wasn't easy, and like the harder I worked on it, the more results I seen. And so over time it just became better and better, and just made me more active, and like it became more of like a routine, other than like being like what is that word? It became more of like a routine, other than being like something that I kind of like despised of doing, you know, or dreaded and kind of put off to the side. It just became more of a hobby, because I started seeing the results over time, and I didn't stop. I didn't see the results immediately, you know. It took a long time, but like over time of me keep walking and doing certain things, even like when I was on trails and stuff, going up the hills and all the inclines and stuff, I remember being out of breath like all the time. I would be super out of breath. I couldn't breathe. I remember this guy walked past me. He's like, "How do you do this? I can't even breathe." I was like, I know I was like that in the beginning, but it's crazy because like I was like that in the beginning, where I would just be like sweating and like out of breath and wanting to give up and stuff. But like I think like over time, the more that I went, the easier it became, the lighter every walk became, and the less that I started breathing hard. I wasn't breathing as hard as I was before, and so that just helped. And now it's nothing to me, and I can walk wherever without breathing hard or anything like that. So I think that was amazing. So it just became second nature to me, you know. And now, I don't know, I'm so used to it. It's just nothing to me, and then my body is like where I want it to be. And so I don't know, I just think like it doesn't really matter how you look or what the scale says as far as like your weight. I feel like if you're happy with your body the way it is, then be happy with your body the way it is. You don't have to look like anybody else or be anybody else. It's all about your uniqueness, because everybody's different. And so if you feel good about your weight, then that's all that matters, right? And that's just how I be feeling. I just don't compare myself with other people. I don't even look at the scale. Like if I just look in the mirror and be like, oh, I look good today, that's all that matters to me. I feel good. That's all that matters. and then everything else will fall into place the way it's supposed to, right? Because I'm actually happy. So that's just what I learned during one thing I learned during my journey of my self-discovery journey, pretty much. And like with the colors of the soul. But it's true, because I notice, like, when I do eat more greens and stuff like that, I notice that I do get more energy like immediately, if not almost immediately. Like one time I felt really sick, and I think I went to the store and I got some I want to say I think it was a salad. It was either that or like avocados or something. It was something. I think it was a salad, and I ate it, and like I literally felt a lot of energy just going through my whole body, right? And I had energy, like literally I felt like I was tired, like I had no energy. And then once I ate the salad, you know, I had all this energy, and I was able to be vitalized all day. You know, I was just had a lot of energy. So I do believe in that, definitely. Or like when I don't eat greens enough, I notice how sluggish I become, and the more I crave the greens, you know. So I think it's good, but it's all about your mental food though. So, you know, the more that you study on certain things that will actually help your health and your body and stuff, you know, the more that you evolve and start making changes that are necessary to your life, if that makes sense. So, because you'll start noticing how much better you feel, you know, regardless of anything else. It's about how you feel. So I don't know. That's why they say like the perfection of the soul is what matters in the end, because it is, to be honest with you. And the more pure that you feel in your heart and in your soul, you know, the better life will be. It will actually play out better for you, to be honest. Yeah. But anyway, I don't want to talk our heads off. I think I talked a little bit too much, so I'm about to get off of here and go enjoy the rest of my Thursday. So hopefully you guys have a great day, and if I don't see you guys tomorrow, have a great weekend. But I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.